Welcome back. In the last lecture, we discussed the common contaminations that can be found in hydraulic systems. We also identified the various sources of such contaminations in order to locate them and clean them or remove them from my system. In this lecture, we'll talk about hydraulic system troubleshooting. So let's start with lecture number 44, hydraulic system troubleshooting. Sometimes during operations, you find that your hydraulic system is not giving the desired output function you are expecting to receive, and hence you need to diagnose what and where are the problems. Following these basic steps will help you in this regard. First, know the system, talk to the operator, operate the machine, inspect the machine, list possible causes, determine the most likely cause, and test your findings. So, by following these steps, you will be able to identify where is the problem and repair it. So let's start with the first step, which is know the system. You have to know the hydraulic system for the machine by studying the schematics, operation and service manuals. You have also to understand how the system works and what are the relief valve setting and the pump output should be. Then you need to have like small meeting with the operator or the guy who is keeping continuously monitoring the hydraulic machine or hydraulic system and ask some questions. How did the machine act as it started to malfunction? What was the common or what was the issue which is not normal you are observing when the machine start to malfunction? Was anyone conduct or perform do-it-yourself service, or did this machine subjected to a previous maintenance records? Did anyone else attempt to repair the machine? How was the machine used? When was the maintenance last performed? During the last maintenance, after the maintenance, did the machine face the same problem? So these questions, it will help you to identify what went wrong. Then you start operating the machine in the conditions simulating when the malfunction occurred and verify what operator discussed with you. Then you have to check, are the gauges and warning lights operating correctly? Do the control feel spongy or stick? Check for any unusual sound, smells or smoke. At what speed or operating cycle does this occur? You have to study the machine in the malfunction conditions and record all of your observations. Then inspect the machine. Check the hydraulic fluid level and the condition. Is the fluid dirty or the filter plugged? Check for the overheating. Does the oil have burnt odor? Is the oil color plugged or lines caked with dirt? Look for bent or collapsed fluid lines. Check for leaks, loose fasteners, cracked welds, binding pivot points, damaged linkage. So you have to perform a close visual inspection in your hydraulic system to identify whether you can see any of the problems in the lines or in the connections, and then identify if you see any problem. Then note what was reported by the operator and verified by you, and make a comparison. List what you find during your inspection. Remember that there may be more than one cause leading to the failure or malfunction. So you have to list down all of your causes and compare it with what discussed with the operator, and then act accordingly. Then determine most likely causes. After listing down all the causes, make like a priority matrix, put the more common or the more cause that you feel that it is the main reason for this malfunction on the top, and then go through the others list one by one. Look at your list of the most possible causes and determine which are the most likely. Use the troubleshooting charts in the service manual. In any service manuals you will find like a troubleshooting chart. Also, you can verify with the manufacturer recommendation or manufacturer manual. They give you some information also related to troubleshooting in case you observe something is going wrong. Then the last step after doing the repair, test your findings. Operate the machine with the hydraulic tester connected to the suspected malfunctioning circuit. It may be necessary to replace or adjust a component to verify your finding. So those are the basic 7 steps to guide you on how to conduct a troubleshooting to identify the problem you are facing in your hydraulic system. Thank you and see you in next lecture.